Well, these young boys these young boys be dressing on accident.
What up, dog?
Broward County. Young boys be dressing.
Good with you.
Hey,
Nick, what area you stayed at down south?
So my mom stayed like in Pembroke Pines area, Miramar.
Right.
And my dad, he kind of been everywhere, like Fort Lauderdale, but now he stay in Miami.
Right.
Yeah, man, he showed out this year, bro.
Yeah, I tried, bro, for sure.
Been down there when they played old Jameis now.
Pick up.
Oh, Monday night.
Pick James off. Pull a
Long-ass stride.
Here's the thing, though, dog. Hey, damn, Jameis ain't even chased the man. James, nah.
You know when you can catch somebody and catch.
Well, you know, Jameis bow-legged, knock-kneed, and pigeon-toed. Yeah, they put his legs on the wrong side. You know how the He-Mans?
Yeah,
When you
they
take the
flip
legs
them.
off, they put his legs on the wrong side.
Yeah, you know.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up.
All right, guys, welcome to another Pivot. Pivot fam, thank you for pivoting with us. This is Channing Crowder, Freddie T, I'm RC. Nik Bonitto, Pro Bowler, Denver Broncos. Hey man, I'm gonna ask a question. So people have nicknames. Why the hell is your nickname Baby Feet?
Damn, that's crazy you know that, but
Baby feet.
nah, so basically in Little League and stuff, all my coaches called me that because I used to have like a little, I used to run like this kind of in a way, to where I was just like pitter-pattering all the time, so everybody just called me Baby Feet back then, so but that's funny that you know that.
Hey, next year on Monday night, I'm gonna be like, Nik, Baby Feet Bonitto.
I want that thing to carry over.
On the set.
But now you're a Pro Bowler, though. It's kind of cool to have a little goofiness in your name, though.
Nah, yeah, 100%. I mean, Pro Bowl, you know, it's been cool and stuff. Just being able to finally get something I always dreamed of, so I mean, that's definitely been cool.
But how did it take off like that? Because you look at the first couple years, and there was, you know, saying you played and got in, but not many games started. And then now this year, was it scheme? Was it something else that took off, or just the opportunity?
Yeah, I feel like it was just more opportunity. I mean, I always felt like I was a guy that, you know, can play in this league, and I always had little flashes whenever I would get in, but I feel like this year, like finally getting the opportunity to start and like get more snaps as the season went on, kind of like showed like everything that I knew to be true and like everything I kind of worked for, so.
You called your pops after your top 30 visit to Denver, and he said that you didn't call him with that enthusiasm or talking about a team after any other visit. What was it about going to Denver that put you in the place where you felt like you needed to call your dad and tell him about how the visit went?
Yeah, I mean, kind of everywhere else I've been at, they was kind of like just questioning me, just trying to see who I am and things of all that nature, where like Denver like oddly kind of showed like they was like interested in me. It almost felt like an official visit in college in a kind of a way. They was just telling me how much they loved me there. They didn't think I'd be there by the time, you know, they pick came around and stuff. So I definitely felt the most love. And then it's just funny how the draft kind of plays out because I ended up getting picked there. So I was grateful to be drafted there for sure.
We know who you are as a Pro Bowler now. Take us back to like when it all first started, right? Past St. Thomas Aquinas, which is a powerhouse in Broward County for everybody that doesn't know. A lot of great players.
Do they
there.
cheat, Fred? Like, are they recruiting?
No, they don't cheat.
No, I'm just saying,
They don't cheat. They don't cheat.
I know Nick
but
can't say
schools do that now.
Do they cheat though, Freddie T?
No, they don't cheat.
They always got the ESPN top 5 game.
They have a gang of dogs, a gang of talent. They've always been that way. But when Michael Irvin came back down, I believe Chris Thomas at some point, Chris Carter.
Yeah.
At some point, the program just started to kind of elevate itself, and then bringing on coaches like Jason Taylor, Hall of Famer, a few other guys. They just built the program.
And you got to get love to Twan Russell.
Yeah, Twan, for sure.
Yeah.
Twan Russell, he played for the Dolphins back in the day,
Right.
the Commanders now, whatever, but Twan's the AD over there, good friend of mine.
Right, yeah, so they just really went down and said, all right, we're going to build a program, take our resources and build a program. Then along came, you know, players like Nik, but take us past that. You know, rumor has it you started playing ball around 5. When did that love, like, even at 5, being that young, when did the love for the game take off, and who were some of your early role models that got you into it?
I feel like, you know, football, like at that young of an age, I kind of was just playing it just to play it. But I ain't really know I can really do something with football, probably to like, I don't know if y'all ever know what FBU is, where like they just bring like the top like guys in the little league and come play together. But just being able to be like in that type of environment with a lot of those good guys and being able to make plays, at that young of age, I was like, all right, like I think I might really want to do this, you know, for the future and stuff like that. So that's kind of when I kind of knew a little bit.
You were in Florida. I went to LSU.
Yeah.
Right? It's SEC country down there. They both went to Florida. Florida was your dream school.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? How'd you end up at OU?
Yeah. Nah. I was thinking about going to Florida, but last minute, right before signing day, a couple days, I think Dan Mullen had finally, they had hired Dan Mullen, and he tried to get me to go there last minute, but I'm like, I already made these relationships with other coaches and stuff, so I don't know if I can just, you know, kind of switch up on that last minute. But no, I was definitely wanting to go there for sure until that happened.
Yeah, being at Oklahoma, just a school with a large tradition of winning, but also like great quarterback play. Mm-hmm. For you, you got an opportunity to see Jalen Hurts before he made it to the league. What were some of the things about him at Oklahoma that could have shown you he'd be a guy that could take two teams to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, bro, and like, obviously, like, the stuff that he does in the field, that's just what he does. But I mean, what really separates him from me is his leadership. I feel like the way he can just command the team and the words that he speaks and with wisdom, and kind of just the main thing was I remember our Baylor game, we were down like 28-7 or something at halftime. Just the leadership and poise that he showed in that game, and him just never wavering from what he's been saying all year, and kind of just being that guy. I feel like that kind of always stuck with me, and it's just seeing him in the league. It's no surprise what he's doing for real.
And bro, I gotta ask you, because I was gonna say a little older. We're extremely older than you.
Yeah.
I coached against you when I was at university school.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm an old man. But raised in Florida, went to St. Thomas like we're speaking about. When you got to play with them dudes from other states in college, it wasn't that different, because I felt as if when dudes came out of state at UF, I'm like, where you from Jersey?
Yeah.
You from where?
Yeah.
Like, do you see the difference? Because people argue about Texas, California, Florida. That's where, you know, a lot of dogs come from. You could track it. They got all the stats. But did you see that when...
You gonna say Louisiana?
Louisiana got about 4 dudes that can play. I'm just like... Well, honestly, be honest. Y'all are sneaking up. Historically, it's Cali with the offensive players, and then you want some dogs that's gonna choke you to death. You gotta come to Georgia, Florida, Texas to get the big.
Those are also bigger states too.
Okay, I just
in
want
all
to say
fairness.
this, because I know this is about Nik Bonitto, and we don't need to get into this argument right now, because it's his time. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors.
That's valid now.
All those people born 120 miles away from each other.
They in their 20s. We're in our 40s.
We're talking about
I
now.
know what I'm saying. That's why, bro, I did not say historically. Historically, we were going backwards. Dogs were coming from different states. I just said Louisiana sneaking up. But did you see that? Because it was really honestly like that when I was coming out. It's like, oh, bro, you from, you from Rhode Island? You ain't taking my job.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I feel like that's just that Florida, that Broward mentality, South Florida. We all kind of grew up like we dogs for real, bro. Like we just, I don't know, bro. It's just different over here, bro. Like, I understand what everybody be saying about their respective states and stuff, bro, but like, it's just people come out just breed ball players, bro. Like, we just make plays. We just got a certain mentality when we on the field. Like, nobody can mess with us and stuff like that. So, I be seeing it for sure, whether it's me, like other players around the league. But no, it's just different mentality down here for sure.
You do that nod when you see dude. You might not even know him personally, but you see a dude from Florida, y'all just...
Oh yeah, I get a nod for sure. And we pretty much, I mean, we all played against each other, been at different camps, so we all pretty much know each other for sure.
Yeah, but being on this level, it really doesn't matter, like, where you from. Everybody's great, right?
100%.
RC mentioned Jalen Hurts, former college teammate. Why do you hate the Chiefs so much? Because Hurts and Mahomes got to play each other here shortly. Why do you have, like, a crazy desire to hate the Kansas City Chiefs, which means I'm sure you hate their quarterback, too?
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like them because they in the division. I don't like seeing them go to the championship every year because me personally as a competitor, like I'm trying to get there and they in the way every year with them being in the division. So really, it's just not even the Chiefs. It's anybody in the division. I don't really mess with like that. And I'm just trying to, beat them and get to where I'm trying to be, which is the championship at the end of the day. So.
Von Miller was a player you admired growing up. What was it about Von's game that you loved so much, and how surreal is it now that you're doing things and your name is synonymous with him for 10-plus sacks, pick six in 1 year as the only two players to complete that task for the Denver Broncos?
Yeah, like you said, Von, my GOAT, bro. Like, I've been watching him since I was a kid. I still remember, like, just watching the AFC Championship game against New England when he was playing against Tom Brady. He picked him off, had, like, 3 sacks in that game, bro. And I'm just like, bro, I'm trying to get to that type of level one day. So, I mean, just the band that he plays with, I always could see that myself having that. And just the, kind of his motor that he plays with, I always seen that in me too. So that's kind of why I've always looked at him, man. He just played the game the right way.
Were you upset that who were you playing? They recorded it as a fumble. Right? I thought you had two pick sixes. The coach, right? The coach tried to throw back.
Yeah.
You catch it in the air, and I was like, oh, okay, that's 2 pick sixes, so it would have put you on a different level. When did you find out that it was a backwards pass?
Bro, they literally told me after the game, like a bunch of the stat people that do the stats, that came up to me after the game, was like, damn, they counted it as a fumble, which, I mean, I wasn't too mad because I know at the end of the day it was a touchdown, but I'm like, damn, 2 pick sixes would look good for sure. So.
Even with that, we talk about your upbringing a little bit, talk about your nickname, which I think is amazing. You've had to experience some sort of adversity along the way. Can you share any adverse moments that sort of made you say, you know what, this is happening, but I gotta get myself in the gear so I can get to where I want to be?
I feel like, as good as like everything sounded, I feel like it was adversity everywhere I went. Even going back to St. Thomas, there's gonna be guys in front of you every year, so you just like kind of gotta wait your turn or outwork somebody. So me, personally, I didn't get to start until my senior year, so it was just always a battle having to just keep working, just keep proving yourself, knowing you may not get that starting spot, but eventually when your time comes, you do gotta be ready. And same thing at OU. I wasn't top of the depth chart when I first got there either, and I feel like all that kind of molded me and kind of sharpened me to have that type of mindset when I got to the NFL, because it was the same thing, having to prove myself, having to keep getting better, and just wait for my opportunity. And I feel like all that type of stuff, just high school, college, kind of prepared me for that type of NFL.
And baby feet, what is it? I'm gonna say it serious.
Come on, man. Come on. I'm mad at whoever told you that, bro.
Hey, when we make the promo, they're gonna be like, baby.
Man.
Your mom gave you that nickname, right?
Yeah.
You were there with NIL, right?
I was like the first year,
group?
yeah.
First year. How much bread you leave college with?
Bro, I ain't even getting no bread. The only thing I ended up doing was like a little some car contract type of thing where like they gave me like a little SRT, and I just gotta like take pictures with it and stuff, and I just have it for the whole season and thing. But I ain't getting no money.
Like at least it wasn't yours. You just drove it.
I just drove it.
The money different now though.
Oh man.
Bro, that boy Carson Beck just got 4. 4 from the Hurricanes.
To go hang out with his girlfriend.
The Cavender twins. I know about them. But how do you think, because you young, how do you think that's changing sports, the NIL stuff? How do you think it's changing those kids?
Yeah.
When you came straight out of St. Thomas, somebody shot you a milli.
No, it did. It definitely changed kind of like the college landscape. Me personally, I kind of like it just because knowing like how some of my teammates were coming out of high school, knowing their situation, I know that could have helped them out coming out of high school and just them having some type of money. Because I know when I was in college, boy, I was living check to check, bro, like struggling to get groceries in the crib. Like once I pay the rent, I'm just trying to find ways to just save money and stuff like that. So these young kids, man, I couldn't imagine what I'd do with that type of money, but no, it's definitely good that they got it though.
Yeah, you have extremely supportive parents. When you got an opportunity to tour the facility, your mother said that you being drafted was the best Mother's Day present she could have ever gotten. Your parents, I love reading it, were married for a very long time, no longer married, but they said on different occasions that they're still best friends. What has it been like to still have their support while they dealt with their things as adults, but the way that they love and care and support one another stayed strong, but also same for you?
And that's probably just like one of the hardest things I can only imagine that they probably had to go through is like divorce and stuff like that. But I mean, one thing they always told me when it happened, and you know, was they gonna keep me and my brother first, no matter what stuff they had to deal with, whatever they had to go through. And they kept their word on that. You know, they never really fought in front of us. They never really had that type of time in front of us, and they always did whatever they could and sacrificed whatever they could for me and my brother. So I'll forever be grateful for both of them, man, because, I mean, nobody told them that they had to keep, you know, a good relationship with each other. And, you know, they doing that, and they doing it for me and my brother, so.
Chan talks about that all the time. Like, he dealt with some stuff like that. And so I just found that very, not, you know, obviously you don't know what goes on in a relationship, but the children are first. But for two people to truly say that publicly, conduct themselves that way privately, and now they can see the fruits and your success, that they get to share that with you as well, man, I think that's amazing.
My people broke up, they were cussing each other out every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't shit, she ain't shit, all that. So, and as a kid, I didn't know, but now as a grown man, I look back and it's like, damn, now both, ain't nobody shit. Yeah. Like, so you gotta kind of look at, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, so I make jokes about it, but I do tell people if that does happen, like don't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about the kids first.
No, 100%.
So that's awesome. Your parent, how do you talking about like that grown-up problems almost?
Yeah.
It's interesting to me to ask people about like when you overnight become the highest earning person in your entire family. You know, it all happened to us too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how was that like for you they draft you and now, shit, I'm sitting on 20 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was that transition? How did you deal with it? You know, I always joke, I messed off a bunch of my first contract.
Yeah.
You know, how did you deal with becoming, it shouldn't, but it almost makes you the patriarch of the family because of the fact that you can provide for so many people.
You buy them shoes for them baby feet.
What's that? These little bitty shoes. Boy, shopping. Kids foot locker. How did you deal with that transition of becoming that, you know, really important, and it's really just off finances?
It is kind of crazy just, you know, waking up one day and I'm like, damn, I make both like more than my mom and my dad. Like, that's kind of wild knowing, you know, they raised me and stuff like that. But, you know, they've always kind of treated me the same once I did get the type of money. Obviously, there's like friends and like from like high school and like stuff like that. I'll like try to, you know, do a little bit too much with that type of stuff. But I mean, they've always kept it grounded. And at the end of the day, I kind of know who my inner circle is to where like I can trust with that type of stuff. So
yeah.
What's one of the dumbest propositions you've been approached with? Because I was supposed to buy a music studio and I was like, bitch, you can't even sing.
yeah. I surprisingly ain't getting nothing crazy like that. Like the most is like helping out with just like starting like people's businesses or stuff like that I knew back in the day, or like if they just wanted to get something going, they needed some upfront money or something like that. But besides that, it ain't been nothing crazy.
I'm gonna tell you this, everybody has the perfect way to spend your money.
Oh, trust me.
You know what I mean? Like they all have an idea of, oh, if I had this money, I would do this. So let me ask Nick, can I use his money to do this? No, sir. Right? Like you gotta go out and get your own, man. And I know we all know this, and I'm sure they've told it to you. The most powerful word in the dictionary is no. Mm-hmm. To be able to say no in a respectful and loving way will show you a lot of things. It'll show you your strength, but it'll also show you the intentions of the people around you.
100%.
Right. How was it making a transition from Florida to Oklahoma to Denver? It's like that mile high. You know what? It just made me think of something. He almost died playing in Denver. Like that altitude, it gutted my man. Like really,
trust me.
It really gutted him. He took his spleen was removed. What else they took out?
My gallbladder.
His gallbladder.
This is actually a real thing.
No,
they laugh about it, bro. It's actually not even funny, Nick. Like,
It ain't
I was
funny.
really dying.
No, trust me.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I was in the hospital. I was sick for 2 months.
Yeah.
I went from 205 to 145.
Dang.
They gutted him.
Hey, stop saying it like that.
He landed and his stomach blew up. Get him out of here.
When I played in Denver, like I got hit by Mobley here.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember nothing until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I had a concussion. My 2 career concussions both came in Denver. And the high altitude played a big part of that. I've had altitude sickness going skiing. When I tap out, I sleep with an oxygen machine and a humidifier. So I know it takes a toll on a lot of athletes. How have you been able to respond to all of that?
Yeah, I ain't nothing happened like RC or nothing like that, but I remember that first rookie mini camp day, bro. I thought they was gonna cut me, bro. Like I couldn't breathe. Like I'm over here on the knee every 2 seconds, bro, and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like it's a bad look, but that's probably the worst thing that done happened for me.
What is it to do in Denver outside of football?
Shoot, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously, like when it's snowing, you can go to the mountains, like go ski or something like that, or just go out into a cabin and just chill. The city's straight too, but I mean, for the most part, like I'm just inside dude. I be wanting to just chill, be on the game with my dogs and stuff like that. So.
What's the game of choice? Like
College football 25. I be on there every day.
For sure. Have you been to the part where you see the pivot?
It's college football. We're on Madden.
Yeah, we are on Madden.
Yeah, we're on Madden.
I'm tripping.
So they couldn't let us on college football because your NIL quota was up. You played too long ago for them to be able to put you on the game.
Everybody on this show gonna get it.
Hey, they didn't have enough pixels to do Fred likeness from his pictures back in the day.
I do be having a problem with my headshot. I don't know if they want to.
Whoa.
Why are y'all going down these roads?
It's a good day, man. Fred mentioned transitions, right? And there is that step up sometimes you feel from high school to college or college to pros. For you were traditionally in very winning programs. St. Thomas Aquinas, one of the top high schools. Oklahoma, always one of the top universities. But, bro, when you get to Denver, you got Nathaniel Hackett and them and old Russell Wilson in that first year.
Yeah.
You know, that year goes rough. Nathaniel Hackett gets fired. How did that play into your transition into the league, and what was that year like for you?
It was tough, bro, because like you said, like that was my first losing season, like damn near ever. So I'm just like, bro, like what do we do? Like, you know, I'm just kind of looking around. You know, everybody, you know, it's kind of weird. I don't know if y'all ever been in it, but it's like, it's tough to kind of want to keep motivating and pushing yourself, because like some dudes in there just like trying to collect the check in there, bro, and it's like, bro, we don't got no dogs for real. But at the same time, I'm like realizing like, you know, that's kind of why they drafted like guys like me, guys that come from winning programs to kind of like change the culture of what's going on. That's why they brought in Russ at the time. You know, he's been to Super Bowls, he's been around winning teams. So, I mean, just kind of going through that year, it kind of showed me a lot about myself, bro. And at the same time, you know, we got guys now that are trying to come in and just change the culture in there. So, nah, it's been really cool since then.
What was it like to have that revelation, right? Remember, because I remember in high school, every game was important. You know what I'm saying? Cats will cry sometimes after you lose because you're like, man, I can't win state, or we won't be number one. And then it's the same in college, right? It's that pressure every single week because you feel like if we don't win, we don't get to the college football playoffs. We don't get to the Big 12 championship. And then you get to the league, and if you're losing by enough in the fourth quarter, Cats making plans, right? Like they're talking about what they're going to be doing that night, or it gets late in the season, and you can see, oh, we ain't going to the playoffs. Shoot, I'm going to start shipping my stuff. Yeah. What was it like to have that revelation or realization that, hey, man, they not tripping about the wins and losses every week like I thought it would be?
Yeah, and like that's, you know, something I just noticed like my rookie year, like halfway through the season, like dudes talking about Cancun on 3, bro. I'm like, bro, what are we doing, bro? Like, yeah. But that's at the same time, it's like that's the kind of losing culture like we kind of came into in Denver. So I mean, yeah, it was really tough, bro, because like I came in, I wanted to win the chip year one. I've never kind of lost in any way, you know, sort of fashion, like either high school and college. So that was definitely new to me, but you know, it's been better for sure. I know we got guys in the locker room that trying to win and can do that. So.
Hey man, y'all might be talking about me. I don't know if you talking about me. I used to have a table every night. Win, lose, or draw. I had me a table Sunday nights. Right at Live or Forge. Man, it's mourn or celebrate. It is what it is.
So you having the same party?
Man, I had a table reserved. What, remember Forge?
Forge was dope.
Forge was dope. I had a table reserved. Every home guy had a table reserved.
Win, lose, or draw.
Hey, we won. Damn, we lost. We about to slide, though.
Yeah.
Well, man, I always like to ask, I don't know, certain positions when you get drafted in the first round, that fan base expects
You were 64, huh?
Yeah, I was second
You
round. Last
64.
pick.
second round. But like,
Just you were the first pick of Denver though.
Yeah.
That year.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
those high draft picks that aren't skill positions, and the organization's looking at you because it's the first name called, and like that pressure being like turn the organization around, you like all I can do is get some sacks. You did,
Yeah.
honestly. RC talked about it. You scored some touchdowns this year,
Yeah.
so now it's like whatever. But having that pressure on you, or did you feel any pressure to be like that dude to turn the organization, like you're saying, turn the culture around? And you're 1 of 22, or really you put special teams in it, there's 30-something people that got to really play, and you can only do really your job.
Yeah, man, especially like them first couple games, because I was inactive for like the first 3 or 4 games, bro. And it's like, it was tough on me because I ain't never really, besides my redshirt year, kind of felt like that. On top of that, like, you the first pick in the draft, and you see guys that like kind of got drafted behind you in the same draft, like playing more snaps than you and getting in all this. And then you go on Twitter, you look like, oh, Nik Bonitto's a bust, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, yeah, bro, like, ain't nothing going right. But you know, that's kind of just where I just went back to just high school and college, bro. Like, it was the same thing, just keeping my head grounded and just keep working, bro. And then it just ended up working out for me kind of the next couple years. So.
How did you stay motivated, or how did you avoid questioning yourself? Football is such a humbling game, you know, and Freddie T recently talked about fear of failure on our show, and I think that does drive a lot of us, right? But when you have these expectations of yourself, you're reading what people are saying on the outside the locker room, how difficult does it get to stay confident in that I'm meant to be here, I know I can do it, I'm talented enough, when everything around you seems like it's on the decline or going downhill early?
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, God got me, bro. Like, none of them whatever they got to say online, like, none of those people matter, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I only care about the opinion of God, man. And I always knew that he has something better for me out there. No matter what I said for myself, it's always going to be bigger for what he has planned for me. So just kind of keeping that relationship with him. And at the end of the day, just knowing the talent that I have and knowing the goals that I have. And I knew it wasn't going to be easy. It never has been, no matter where I've been at. So just continue to have that mindset that nobody's going to outwork me. And then I just got to keep going, bro, like no matter what. And just, prove whoever I got to prove wrong and just keep going.
Love it.
How, being the first pick of the Broncos that year you came out, you had to carry the rookie bill at the rookie dinner?
Yeah.
How was that? What was that like?
Bro, it was actually crazy, bro, because at first they bought out like a little fake check. And I'm looking at it, bro, I'm like, there ain't no way I'm paying this shit, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, y'all got me up, bro. But then eventually they bought the second check out, and I was like, all right, that's a little bit more manageable.
What was the pump fake check? What was the first one looking like?
Bro, I want to say it was like 50 bands or something like that. I'm like, dog. Me at the time, I don't really drink or nothing like that, so I don't know how much bottles cost, but they had like a bunch of bottles on the table and stuff, so I ain't even like thinking it's fake for real, but
Right.
yeah, I was gonna be sick if I had to pay that first.
Along those lines, right? Same thought. If you can choose to go to dinner with 3 people, past or present, players, past or present, well, give me 2, because I know Vaughn might be one of them.
Yeah, nah, Von Miller for sure.
Who would the other 2 be, and why would you invite them, and what would you ask?
I'd probably say Vaughn for sure, just because, like, that's my favorite player. I'd probably go with Peyton Manning or something like that, just because I always see him out in the building. He'd be cool. And then
Yeah, it's cool.
the third one is it'll be kind of surprising, but I'll probably say Micah, just because he kind of funny, bro. He just be talking all the time and shit. I know he'd be having the table rolling with stories and just talking all the time, so I'd probably put him in there, too.
Yeah, tell you what else he can do. He rushed the damn passer.
Oh, man. I'm taking game from him for sure.
Yeah, he could rush the passer. Man, we talked about that first year with Nathaniel Hackett and Russ. Tell me a little bit about how Sean Payton has been able to change the culture in Denver. Super intelligent, experienced, ton of wisdom, but changing a culture is a very difficult thing. How did Sean come in there and change it so quickly in year 2?
Yeah, I mean, Sean, like, he know what he wants. Like, I mean, he's been to championships, he's had successful teams, so he knows what it takes. And at the end of the day, there was like, people that weren't trying to do that, and there were people who was, and he just, he wasn't trying to hear that. So, I mean, he got the right people in the building. Even sometimes me and him could still go at it because, you know, I'm a competitor and he is too. But I feel like he low-key likes that kind of toxicity in the way his players. So, but nah, I mean, he's been cool. Everybody don't see like that cool side of him too.
Was he gonna whip Bo, or was Bo gonna whip him when they was on the sideline arguing?
He ain't touching Bo. That's his boy, bro. That's his son, dog. Bo is off limits to everybody on the team, bro. And nobody can touch that man. So, nah, Bo definitely would have had to put hands on him for sure.
I don't want to speak for them, but I watched Bo in college. I didn't know Bo was what I saw last season. Did you know before us? Was it camp? Was it a point that you looked at like Bo Nix did something? You was like, damn.
I would say the surprising part is just like how fast he is, bro. Cause like you really don't know it until you actually got to play against him. Yes, bro. So I mean that part of his game is different, and I feel like that's what's kind of gonna separate him as like his career goes on and he learns just how to continue to be a good passer in the league on top of the stuff that he can do with his legs.
There's like always that ascension, right? And as part of that ascension, you're gonna play some of the top dogs. For you guys in Denver this year, it was the Buffalo Bills. It's Josh Allen. And when the game starts early, bro, it's like back and forth, push and pull. Then you get to halftime and they sort of blow you out. What were your thoughts on how Josh Allen and Buffalo were able to pull away in that second half? And what did that teach, you individually and the team?
Yeah, I mean, that second half, like, you definitely kind of seen that experience that they've been there before. A lot of them guys is vets, too, so, I mean, it was no phase, nothing phased them. It was 10-7 at halftime. They just like, all right, it's just a football game where I feel like we kind of looked at it and seeing how, like, the second half was going and, like, whenever stuff went bad, like, it just kept, like, spiraling, and we didn't really have an answer, so I feel like just the experience part of it, you can see it on their end compared to our end, but I definitely think, like, it kind of sharpened us a little bit to be better in the future.
I've been pumping the Nik Bonitto Defensive Player of the Year award campaign, but there is a true campaign for Pat Surtain II, one of the best football players in the league, not just corner. What has, just really impressed you about him, the way he goes about his work, the way he performs on game day?
Yeah, bro, it's like he just a technician in practice, bro. Like, he just work, whether it's on the field or he on the side, just working it by himself, bro. Like, and even just seeing him, obviously because we played against each other in high school, we grew up with each other and stuff like that, just seeing how he worked in, everything is no surprise to me what he's doing now, bro. I mean, and I'm pretty sure you can appreciate this just as a corner, but like, I mean, him being able to go out and coach says, go guard the best receiver and you don't got to hear about him the rest of the game, bro. Like, that's like special, bro, in its own. So, I mean, he deserves, DPOI for sure, and he definitely got my vote.
American Heritage Plantation, that's where Pat went to school. They beat y'all for the first time ever this year. Did he pop off?
Nah, I mean, it was just a little slight jab, like talking about, I know he seen the game last night, but, I mean, I know, we always talk about it, bro, because, like, we ain't never, like, go against each other in high school at St. Thomas and Heritage, so we always just be talking about who would have won them games and stuff like that, but he definitely be throwing his little jabs at me sometimes about that.
Is it a little bit more comfortable and knowing that you have another Florida boy as a teammate, not just as a teammate, but on that side of the ball, around the same age, you can kind of hang out, conversate, life off the field, on the field, coaches, the whole thing. Does it make it a bit better for you?
Yeah, 100%, especially as a guy that I grew up with him and stuff like that. Even with Jerry Jeudy.
Right,
when he was there, he helped me out when I was a youngin' coming in Denver, and them two just always kind of kept that connection throughout the years and stuff like that. So it was good, like, being able to have them type of relationships.
And you said it, I didn't say it. Jerry Jeudy, boy, he came back. He went crazy. What were y'all thinking?
Bro, it's like, but I always seen Drew, like, do this since he was a Jet. So, like, it's not like everything he'd been doing in the league, like, it's not surprising, bro. Right. So, like, and the whole week, it's not like we weren't trying to game plan for him. Like, we knew, like, the man cold, but, shoot, sometimes special players, you can't really do nothing about it, bro. I mean, they just gonna have their days, and he had one of them against us, so.
Yeah, career day.
Man, it ain't nothing surprising, bro.
Hey, speaking of Drew, and then you brought up Russ and all, did it take any time to adjust to the business side of the NFL? Because college, it's your boys, they there. High school is your boys, y'all know each other, like you said, since FBU. Did it take time for you to adjust to, at any moment, my own boy might be done got traded, left, this, that. Did it take time to adjust?
I mean, I learned kind of quick, because I remember that fall camp, it was like one of the leaders in my group. he had got traded to I can't believe, I think it was the Steelers or the Dolphins, bro. And I'm just like, damn, like this shit cutthroat, bro. Like y'all like had him as one of the leaders of the team. Like he over here talking in every team meeting and stuff like that. And for them to just let him go like that, it kind of just showed me like them boys don't care, bro. Like they want the best product on the field. So yeah, I got used to it kind of early with that stuff. So.
Good. I'm glad we all had all these niceties, and Nick's got to sit here. He's like one of us. We know Baby Feet personally. Hey man, Oklahoma got that belt to butt all year, didn't it? SEC a little different.
I ain't
Nick?
gonna say all that, bro.
Nick.
Belted butt.
Hey, they got, you know what I mean.
Behind the
Say it for
tool
me.
shed.
Hey. There's a lot of leather passed around when Oklahoma walked into these SEC stadiums this year, Nick.
Listen, bro.
What y'all gonna do?
We just had a lot of injuries this year, receivers. So I mean, our offense wasn't as good as it wanted it to be, but we gonna be back this year. Just watch.
I just know, year after year in the Big 12, Big 12 champions, Big 12 championships, all of a sudden we're in the SEC. We're a 500 football team. Nah, it's so funny though. I'm making fun of it, but I actually got to go there, man, in fall camp and speak, bro. And just like the tradition when you walk into the football facility, just all the different pictures, all the different write-ups of the traditionally just historic teams that you guys have had there was amazing. I want to ask, because Fred tapped into it a little bit before about the Kansas City Chiefs and not liking them. And I'm with you. I didn't like anybody who didn't wear my colors, period. And it was hard sometimes in the moment to like sit back and recognize the greatness that you got to play against. But Patrick Mahomes, I think he's the best playing in the game. What is it about the Kansas City Chiefs, their quarterback, their offense, their team, I guess, in general, that just allows them to find ways to win? Hell, down to a block field goal versus you guys. What is it about 15, though, man, that continues to lead that team into championships?
Yeah, bro. I mean, just like seeing him in person and the way that he just communicates on the field, even after first downs, he's trying to, he's rallying the guys up, saying, like, let's go, like just saying stuff to his teammates, bro. And, no matter what people say, at the end of the day, you can hate him, you can love him, bro. You got to appreciate his greatness and the team's greatness. I mean, like you said, just finding different ways to win all year. And, people can say, like, they got whatever type of magic going on and they cheating, but at the end of the day, that ain't nothing but just a winning formula, winning DNA, bro. Them just finding ways to win every week. So I personally don't like them, but at the end of the day, I respect how they win, bro. Like, that's tough, especially in the NFL.
From 115 to another. Why 15? You were 11 in college.
Yeah.
Why 15?
15 was actually my high school number. I couldn't get it at OU, so I just ended up with 11. But once I seen 15 was available in Denver, I was kind of like, I got to go back to the old roots.
And in the high school, is there any real significance behind 15? The reason you chose it in high school, or?
Nah, there wasn't no significance for real. Just I wanted to just rock 15, and then that's kind of been my number ever since.
Once you get it, it's yours.
For sure.
Yeah.
No question. I chased number 2 for 3 years in college. I remember we had I got there, had a white boy corner. He was cold. Cooper DeJean, before Cooper DeJean. His name was Brandon Dale. He had number 2. He was like a year ahead of me, so I was like, dang, I ain't gonna never get my number. So I got number 5 because I was like, well, it's like 2, but they just flipped it over. You know what I mean? And I remember him riding down the street one day. He rolled the window down. I was walking to the academic center. He said, RC, you got 2. I'm gone. I was like, what you mean you gone? My dog had failed a drug test, so he was quitting.
Oh, wow.
Guess what? I jumped into his grave. I was like, hey, Coach Nardo, how you doing? I heard number 2 was open.
Don't waste no time.
Hey, Freddie T, I ain't care nothing about nothing. I had to go get it. Nick, man, for you had the taste of it now, right? The breakout season. I always find it like fun to watch a guy have more statistical success and production in the league than he ever did in college, right? To show that he's continuing to improve. What's the next steps for you? What are some of the things that you like, okay, I gotta work on this, I gotta do this, so the next year I'm better than I was this?
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the theme I feel like in the league that I've kind of had, just continuing to improve and continuing to get better every year. And I'm going to keep trying to do that. Obviously there's things I could work on, whether it's, being more stout in the run game, refining my pass rush tools, getting stronger, getting bigger and things like that. And at the end of the day, like, the Pro Bowls and All-Pros, like, that's cool and stuff. But, I came in the league wanting to, have a gold jacket at the end of the day, bro. So I know that's just continuous work and continuous production each and every season. So, yeah, just working hard and continue to want to be great. That's kind of be the main thing for me.
Your defensive coordinator went to my high school.
VJ?
VJ,
Yeah.
right? I like your high school. I went to Archbishop Shaw. I went to a private school.
Yeah.
And so Vance Joseph is royalty at my school because they won the state championship in 1988, and we hadn't won one since until this year.
Yeah.
Same head coach. But when you look at the way your defense has evolved, how he used you in the right way, Allen in the right way, Coop in the right way, Riley Moss, like all of these, Brandon, like all of these different players seem to play at the top level of their potential this year, which is why the defense was so good. What has Vance done differently to sort of unlock some things in so many players?
Yeah, I mean, you got to start off with just kind of how he coaches the game. I mean, the scheme and stuff is all that, but the way he just kind of works us in practice to where it's like a game-like mentality, that way nothing kind of surprises us off the field, man. He's the ultimate, type of, guy that can prepare you and things like that. But also the way he kind of motivates you, man. I mean, as soon as he came in, I feel like he kind of just like tried to bring out the best in everybody, whether it was trying to tell me, like, Nick, like, you're going to be a 15-sack guy in this league. And I'm like, I don't even see that for myself, but if he can see it, like, I'm going to work to go be that. So just that kind of that motivator, man, he kind of makes you believe in yourself, more than you already do. I feel like that was the main thing with him. And it's no surprise why, like, guys were playing the way they did.
Hey, man, are those pearls?
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that from LB.
Yeah, young boy, did y'all wear pearls?
No.
We ain't wear no pearls.
Listen, you gotta switch it up a little bit, bro. You can't always just have the gold chains and the bust downs. You gotta, switch it up a little bit. So.
With the pearls.
the
And
pearls.
that's an LV?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing expensive.
Yeah, something like that.
You heard him say it out the gate. He said the LV.
Oh, see, I don't understand
Well,
stuff like that.
the reason he said it was so you understood and left him alone. Because
Oh,
you were
yeah.
supposed to be like, oh, that's LV. I get it. But he don't know that you wear the same jeans every day.
Hey, man, these jeans are nice.
Yeah, I call him out like that for
Nah, for real. On the way,
They stretchy, though. They stretch.
Nick, this man said yesterday that he was driving, and while he was driving, he smelled himself.
Yeah.
You ain't never smelled your Crocs driving?
Nah, he throw them jeans
Driving,
away,
you be
bro.
like,
Throw them jeans away,
Oh.
boy.
All right, Nick, man, we got to see you at the Pro Bowl hanging around. Is there going to be like a Mrs. Bonitto in your future anytime soon? You know what I mean? What's the love life like?
I got a little something like that right now. It's just like a little sticky situation. But yeah, she in the background right now, but she gonna make an appearance real soon. So it's definitely a Mrs. Bonitto.
Oh, so what you got? So you're gonna have to unveil her. Like, is this unveiling? Is this gonna be a social? I'm invested now.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's gonna be.
Because when you gotta hide them, that might mean they somebody, nigga. Like, no, we don't just be hiding regular scrasms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she might be something.
No, she definitely some. I mean, I've been with her for a little while now, so I mean, it's just only like a matter of time for like, things just get out there in the public and stuff like that.
So your nationality is Cuban?
Yeah, Haitian and Cuban.
Haitian and Cuban, Jamaican in there too?
Yeah, a little bit Jamaican.
So the little baby gonna be like a little bit of all of that, like a little gumbo.
Yeah, nah, they gonna have like a whole different type of mixes in there. I don't know what type of hair, how the skin color gonna look, none of that, but I know it's gonna be a cute little baby. So.
Put me on game. Your top 5 young players that we might not know about that you can kind of say, look out for these guys.
On my team or just in the league?
Just in general, you can be number 1.
He not, everybody know him.
I mean, he's still building.
No.
He's in the Pro Bowl, but he's still building. If you don't want to put yourself, don't worry about it.
I mean, definitely number 1, my dog, Chop Robinson.
Yeah.
He gonna be one of the ones for sure. I'm trying to think. I mean, he kind of know him, but like for the special teams part of it. But I know like as a wide receiver, he gonna break out soon. Marvin Mims, my teammate.
Monster.
Another one of my teammates, Jonah Ellis, he on the edge. He real nice.
Freddie T act like the man watch film on every team every week.
It's just hard to think of him on the spot.
I mean, you know,
Because you gonna think of the immediate good ones right away. You
and
gonna think
that's
about
fine. I
all
just kind of want to know who, what his thoughts were.
On the opposite side, though, because I remember, I tell a story about Jonathan Ogden. I don't even know, you might not have been even alive when Jonathan Ogden
He
was
doesn't know
playing.
who.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But them tackles, like, one of them tackles that done grabbed you, and you was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Who was that?
I was actually just telling him about this too when we was at the little practice just now. But Rashawn Slater from the Chargers, that Thursday night game we played against him, was like, I couldn't do nothing right that day, bro. Ain't no matter what I tried, bro. Bro just locking me up the whole game. So I'll definitely say he was probably like the best guy I went against this year.
When that's happening, what's the feeling? Like, as a safety, I was never on the offensive. Like, I was never on the attack. Like, you could, make tough tackles. You could try to go get the football, whatever it is. But there was never a time where I felt like I was going at somebody, right? Whereas for you, you get that, right? It's almost, you get a one-on-one. It's almost like one-on-one hoops. Like, you get an opportunity to make a move. When you're getting strapped, for lack of a better word, what's the thought process? Like, what's the feeling? Are you like, golly, man, I'm sorry as hell, man?
Yeah, bro. It's like everything was just so hard, bro. I mean, like, even when I did win, I'm like, finally, bro. Like, it wasn't nothing easy, bro. So, I mean, it's definitely tough because you just got to go at it, and knowing that you might not win every one, but you just got to keep kind of going, bro. You can't get too down on yourself because you never know. The next play might be your play to make, so.
All right, so here's putting you on the spot. Philadelphia versus Kansas City, Super Bowl 59. Who's your pick?
I'll probably go with KC, bro, just because, like, at the end of the day, like, we done learned our lesson too many times, bro. You can't go against them boys. So I would probably say they're going to win for sure.
Man, appreciate you, man. This was fun, dog. Thank you for your time, fam.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all,
Man, that was
boys.
fun,
All of
Man.
that was cool.
Hey, why my dog say, she in the back, like, I'm
Know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It might get out.
it might get out.
She know who she is.
That's crazy. Well, our T-shirts, though.
I got y'all, boys. I get y'all.
Dave and them say we gotta,
Yeah.
we gotta represent for you.
I'm gonna see what I can do.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the here to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On this vision, I can trust. Limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the here to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up.